You can't run
that's
32s or what?
Oh man, dude, that stinks. That was a high.
Don't let them talk you into Hunter Works belts, dude.
See, you know, this is the best damn belt ever. Never smoked one.
Yeah, but you also don't have 32s.
That's why you got a spare, so when you blow the one that's in it.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I could run that for another 1,000 miles and I wouldn't even notice.
I-
Wonder why? Because it's badass. And a belt.
I've roasted one of those badass belts. So.
Dude, that
I know all
smells
about 'em.
just like failure.
Failure.
I missed it,
What?
but he actually did spin
He
them.
did spin them.
But
Win.
so right here, there's evidence of you turning those tires. But the second time, he got a little excited with the throttle and just went full bore with
We
it.
got some heat in them.
Yeah, after he got some heat in
I
it.
thought I was gonna kill everybody.
It was a panic drop with
Well, no, I was more worried about my dog because he was asleep.
Oh, it's so cold outside. Daisy.
No.
Oh,
Way to go!
freaking dogs.
Oh, then you gotta reach into your scoop.
Yeah. That's your carry-on for all the random things you find in the forest. For sure. Oh, there's a tree in there.
Yeah, I got quite the tree in there. It's way back in there though.
Hello?
Hello,
It's growing.
hello. It sure echoes. All right, who do we got here?
So this is Aries, 2018 Razor Turbo Fox Edition, the last year of the good shocks.
The last year that Polaris was smart. Unfortunately. What do we got done? You got a pretty sick cage.
I got a cage built by Gatekeeper Designs. They're out of, if I remember right, they're out of Louisiana.
Good people though. I remember you having some really good customer
people,
service with them.
I started dealing with him, and he gave me his cell phone number. We just started talking back and forth about what I wanted done. He added some whip tabs for me, and then I told him I wanted to add my light bar to it, and he asked for the exact dimensions of the light bar I was going to run. So he built these tabs specifically for it. And then one of the main reasons why I chose this cage is the huge intrusion bars that come with
Those
it.
literally, they're the same size as the actual cage, if not maybe a little bigger.
Yeah,
But they're ginormous.
they are gigantic.
They just really give a whole new feel to it. Like
Yeah.
you're usually used to seeing just, I mean, compared to those twigs for an intrusion bar, but those are pretty big.
They are huge. The only thing that I would probably say I do not like about this cage is when we are in the dunes with this low, and you will see on some of the other cars we have how low this is compared to them. A lot of the other ones are up higher. So it does make it hard when you're going down in some of those dips in the sand that it's extremely hard to see where you're coming up to next.
Yeah, because we went the first time you had the cage, you had Mark actually riding with you.
And Mark was pretty much hanging out the front of the cage to tell me, okay, you're good to go. There's nothing coming.
Yeah.
It is not big person rated.
No, like if you're tall, you really can't see out of it.
Dustin's also our navigator, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, Dustin's usually the person in front navigating for us, so when he can't see, we're all gonna go off the same cliff.
Yep. So if I go full send, the crew is just going full send.
Exactly. Yeah, he can tell us
so
over
when I
the
can get
radio.
on, I can hit the intercom button and be like, yeah, don't do that. I have not hit the ground yet.
Exactly. Aside from it being too low, you still like the cage. I mean, you had zero
absolutely love the
complaints
cage.
about it.
It makes it really nice when you try to get like adapters. Like I got the Mod Quad headset adapter, which is made to go onto the side of the cages or the back bars, but where my main bars are all the same size. It makes it extremely easy to get accessories for it. Other than that, I mean, I am extremely happy with the cage.
You definitely are not lacking in the speaker department.
I'm not lacking in the speaker department. I got the MB Court 8 speaker bar, and then I also installed the
Yeah, so he's got the speaker bar there, and he's got the what are they, the cannons or?
Yeah, they're Canon. I don't remember exactly what they're called. I really should know, where I deal with this stuff every day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so Dustin is the reason why we all have parts. All of us, literally every single car that you've seen so far and will see, has had a part or all the parts through this guy at Bud's Power Sports, which is one of our local dealers.
you can Google us, and if you Google our shop, you'll be like, where are these guys? We are literally in the middle of farm fields.
Yeah, for sure.
Like half a mile up the road from us is a livestock yard. We are in the middle of nowhere.
And still are able to pull out 7th or 5th in the nation for sales.
Yes, we will.
Great place. But anyway, that's where we get a lot of our parts through. Is this guy. Bud's Rocks, yep. Yes, sir. My favorite thing to this car is right here.
These are Sandworks intake scoops.
Yeah, so they really help with anything other than just looking cool?
They look awesome. I do feel like my belt temps are lower. I don't have a belt temp gauge, but the only reason why that comes to my head is because when I'm riding, you can literally hear this thing. You can hear the wind getting sucked through that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so is the turbo noise a little bit louder? Because I know I can hear mine on the other side. When you're letting in and out of it, you kind of hear.
Yeah.
So I bet it kind of echoes through this quite a bit.
It does. It echoes through that a lot. I can hear a lot more in my clutch noise. It took a while to get used to it. But after a while,
Like, what's that? Is something going wrong?
Yeah, exactly. At first, I'm like, I am getting ready to lose a belt. I mean, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, for sure. Those are pretty sweet. Although I've seen you pull clumps and clumps of snow out of them.
That you'll have clumps of pretty much anything you ride inside those. Because unfortunately, with these 32-inch carnivores, they will shove everything they can inside those scoots.
Yes, brand new 32s actually. I think you are the first one to go to a 32 in our group.
Yep, first one in our group to go to a 32.
Yeah, Mark will be getting 32s. We did not say that, but he will be getting 32s very shortly.
Yeah, I should be getting those into the store probably next week sometime.
Yep. You guys will be seeing those. So he's got 32-inch carnies.
And then I got MSA M24 lock, beadlock wheels. I can't say enough about the guys over at Wheel Pros. Colin hooks me up, takes good care of me. Any warranty issues that could arise, that he said he would be right there to help me. Some other stuff that's done. I got Captain's Choice from Evolution Power Sports.
Such a good exhaust. You have actually the entire 3-inch all the way from the turbo back.
From the turbo back all the
So
way.
from the turbo back is 3-inch.
It is the first generation of their electronic valving.
Correct.
So it has, right now, if you went onto their website, you would see that it was on a rocker switch. Mine is actually a wireless remote where I can turn it on and off, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm also running their charge tube, their intake tube, and the atmosphere blow-off valve.
Which you've had zero problems with.
I've had no problems.
And it's been on this car
since day one.
Since you bought it.
Yeah, since day one. I'm also running Evolution tuning. My trail tune is the Evolution Stage 2. And then when we do go to the stand, I will jump up to the Stage 4.
Which also Evolution you've had no problems with their
I've had
tuning.
absolutely no problems with this car so far.
You had clutching issues with your first one, right? Your first clutch where it was like the screws that actually threaded into it. You weren't super happy with that?
I bought Evolution's clutch kit. It worked great. I didn't have any issues with it. It's just we were going from the trail to the dunes so often at that point in the year, it became very time consuming. So I did end up going to the Ibex Stage 2 Plus, so I have a new face on my primary clutch. I got a hold of Alex over there. He's been taking awesome care of me. Any questions I have on tuning, anything like that, I just give him a call and he is right there to answer my questions. The only thing I did different with the Ibex kit is I did take their Helix out and I went to an aftermarket Assassin's Helix. I feel the difference I noticed is I have a lot quicker throttle response, a lot better low end. But so far, except I can still slip a belt, but you can do that with pretty much any rig that you get into.
For sure. For sure, especially when you have 32s on it.
Yes.
I mean, you are clutched for it, but
I am clutched for it.
you gave her all the spice at once.
I did. Too much spice. Some of the other things I do have done to the car, I have Pro Armor 4-point harnesses.
We love those.
Love the harnesses.
The 3-inch wide is the way to go for sure.
Absolutely. I have a mod quad shifter in it for right now. I will probably eventually change that out. I also have the full rugged system, person in car, and then I have car to car in here also.
We can all chat. It's super nice, like we've said time and time before.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the rugged system. I mean, it is hands down probably the best thing I have done to my car.
I would agree as well. It's literally the best. I mean, it's changed the way we ride.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when we're out riding, you get to a Y, you got to stop. You got to wait. Okay, where is everyone? Make sure we can regroup. Make sure someone doesn't take a wrong turn. And now, when we are in a big group and our people that aren't always with us are with us, we can space ourselves out that do have rugged and be like, okay, I took a left here, and the guys behind you can make sure the rest of the group goes that direction. You're not constantly having to stop and wait.
It's nice for the summer. So like when there's dirt and dust in the air and stuff, you can hang back and not just eat dust all day.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
The guy in front can be like, hey, I took a left up here, and you don't have to get lost. You don't have to stop and wait for people all the time. You can just let them know over the radio if cars are coming. It's just super nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. And one of the hidden features that probably most people, if you're thinking about getting rugged, you're like, oh, I'm not sure. The dust. One thing that makes this rugged system awesome for dust is these headsets. You don't get all that dirt and grime in your ear, and you're having to constantly pull clumps of dust, and you're wiping your ears out all the time. You don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah. And in the winter, vice versa, same thing. They keep it clean. They keep it warm.
Yeah, your ears are warm during the winter. I mean, it's like earmuffs that you can listen to music through and talk to people through.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You also got Pro Armor door bags in here too.
I got the Stealth Pro Armor layover doors, so the factory door is actually still underneath these doors. So you can still see the plastic from the factory. It still has the decal on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran these on my last car, and I have no complaints with them. They really finish out the body line instead of letting it dip down a little bit and come back. This really finishes out the body line a lot better.
For sure. Opinion. It's a lot taller too.
It is.
The dollars comes up on the person a lot taller.
It sits more kind of at the top of my shoulder. I also do have the Pro Armor door bags. They are a great add-on. Not necessarily for the storage feature of them, but when you get into those bumpy trails and you're bumping against the door, you have a nice foam pad where you're just not busting your shoulder on that hard plastic and metal.
For sure. For sure. You also have stock suspension still.
I do have stock suspension still. Here soon I will be pulling stocks off the car and sending them up to Ned and have him revalve them. The plan is to go more with like the tune you have, probably go with the Dakar tune, a little bit modified, but that is the plan for Aries.
And
next step is to definitely get some MTS on it, and then farther down the road.
So our battery died. That's my bad. Anyway, cut you off. Talking about shocks.
Shocks, yeah. So here soon, the next piece I'm going to do to this. Don't remember exactly what we said in that last take, but
yeah, we mentioned MTS. You said the Dakar tune.
I'm gonna do the modified Dakar tune like what you got on your car.
Ned is. I don't know if you guys ever have dealt with MTS or shock therapy or whatever. In our opinion, we've had firsthand with Ned and also us have had firsthand with shock therapy. In our opinion, we think that MTS has much better customer service. Much better, because we met Ned at the dunes.
Yeah, we actually met Ned in 2019 at the Coos Bay UTV Takeover show, and the crazy thing is Megan and Sam, they're not in here Sam.
Huh?
This
Right.
guy
They were actually
and her.
they were driving Ned's car, and out of nowhere, the front left tire comes off.
Just out the car. They were cruising through the dunes and it comes off. It rolls right into somebody's.
Yeah, it rolls down into
somebody's
camp
rig.
and just smashes into the side of their rig, and it's just like, oh crap.
Not to mention we were doing like 60.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys
Just
were.
jumped
You
the
got.
car.
Yeah, you just jumped the car quite a few times actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
and to make the story even crazier, Sam actually in all of that found all 4 lug nuts.
Yeah, in the sand.
In the sand.
He found all of them.
And they were all in perfect shape.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's when we got with Ned, really started talking to him.
We pretty much, you guys. I was
Yeah.
working, so I worked at Bud's before.
Yeah.
I was a tech there. I worked there for 3 years. Was a tech there on Polaris. I preferred just Polaris and Can-Am. Anyway, so I'd worked there. So at that time, I'd still working there, and we were trying to become a dealer for them pretty much right there.
Yeah. And
MTS,
Ned-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we were talking to Ned about, hey, how do we become a dealer? And he's like, give me your cell phone number. So I give him my number. Michael gives him his number. And he's like, done. You guys are dealers. That's all it takes.
Yeah. He's some
And-
long-haired hippie that he's
if
just
you see
awesome.
Ned out there, it's just like, yeah,
He's
that big guy.
awesome. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's just so awesome.
But he will spend hours with you to help make sure your car is dialed to where you want it. I mean, awesome customer service. I mean, hands down,
Yeah.
with my experience and the people I've dealt with, probably one of the best customer service
Ever.
we've had.
For sure. I mean,
You learn a lot about a guy that's in a.
she's saying turn the music down so I don't get screwed over by YouTube, which is a good idea. So let's do that.
It says a lot about a guy in a high stress situation, like when your car breaks down. Your rental car, somebody paid to drop their car off and have you work on it, and your wheel falls off in the dunes while they're driving it.
Yeah.
You know, could have hurt them. Somebody could have got hurt.
For
The guy
sure.
rolls up. He's concerned about our safety first.
Yeah.
And then once he figures out everybody's okay, man, he's just the coolest guy. I mean, that says a lot about somebody.
For sure.
You know, and he didn't blame the product right off the bat. You know, he didn't, even though we all kind of knew that it was leading up to the event, him getting there, we figured out it was a product problem. But, you know, it's just, it was pretty cool. You learn a lot about a guy, and that experience earns many business. That's for sure.
Yep. And you'll probably see, when we go over your car, another experience that we've had with companies going above and beyond, taking care of you.
Yep.
But
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for your car that we're gonna do. I mean, we didn't go super in depth in it, but
nope.
we have a little bit of stuff on our cars, and we just kind of, like I said before, we just kind of wanted to show you guys what we got going on here, and that way you're not just seeing the cars on the trail and you know, oh, I like that, or oh, I like that, but now you should know what we got going. So, but this is Aries, this is Dustin's car. Got some cool stuff coming for it in the future, which we'll show videos on then whenever he gets around to getting that stuff.
Absolutely.
And but until then, we'll get you guys to the next car. Should be the last one I think we have.
Yep, yours.
Mine.
I'm